Okay, let's do this real quick. I'm Legends Michael Kerrick. Just competed in the PPG ZENAKI tournament today, and I managed to snag 6 with Beerus. I went X2. My first loss was to Gamma. I made a misplay on my opponent's turn 4 that cost me too many cards. And then my second loss was to Android 16, Jared Lopez, and I'm still trying to figure out where I messed up during that matchup. But he definitely rocked me. I've already done a deck profile on this leader, so I'm going to keep this one relatively quick. I'm just going to go over some of the new choices that I've already went over, some of the new choices I added to the deck. If you want a more in-depth version, just go back a couple of videos to my previous Beerus Zenkai Cup deck profile. Obviously, this one is this Zenkai Cup had no deck building restrictions, so I didn't have to play stuff like the Pan. So going through it, we still play 4 copies of Weestas Destruction's Aid, definitely your best opener. And instead of playing Pan, the better one is this Borgos Bardock's Crewmate. They're just 1-drops that you can cycle. You always want to open one of them. That way you can generate some Z energy for your Z play. Still 4 copies of Boo, your best turn 3. Followed by your second best turn 3, SS Sun Goku and Otherworld Blitz. They kind of do the same thing, right? Like, they're just blockers that restand in energy every turn. Obviously, Blue has the added effect of, like, drawing every turn you successfully keep on the field. He also can remove a battle card, so, like, he's obviously the better option, but if you don't have him, then Goku's a good backup. Goku more often not serves as a 5k that you can just combo away, and that's the real reason why I don't play Chaos, just because I want to be able to combo 5ks to generate Z. 4 copies of SS4 Vegeta. Something you got to be wary about in this format now is not playing this into 5 energy versus blue, or not playing this into 2 energy versus yellow. Like if yellow inconspicuously leaves up 2 energy and they have 2 extra cards in the drop that have cost more than 1 energy each, you can't just slam this card down, right? So like versus my second round, I think versus Dylan Warren, he was playing SS3 Goku, and like he just kept leaving 5 up, so I just couldn't cast this. So I just ramped through all my other means until he finally showed me both Baby Golden Avengers. Then I finally slammed this card down. Super Combo Split, this still isn't changed. 2 Vegetas, 2 Zenos. Nothing to be said. Try to use these early. Re-ramp them with your Z battle card. Pick them up with the Zenos. This is a new addition to the deck. Android 17 Defending Friends. Sometimes I did wish I had a 4th copy of this. This card's just kind of broken in this deck, right? Like, for 1 energy, you get to negate an attack, and then it's also 0 for 5, so you can combo it early if you need to generate Z. Comes in a rest mode, right? And then, like, if you have 3 Z energy, or more often than not, if you have a Z battle card in play, it becomes a floodgate for battle cards. Your opponent has to bottom deck a card every time they attack. And, like, your turn 2 naturally generates a Z battle card, right? And then you just have other good sticky Z battle cards to play to make this effect always live. So I kind of wish I had a 4th in the deck after playing the deck today. It is really strong for this deck, and definitely puts it over the edge. 4 copies of Dimensional Magic. This one's a no-brainer. Just going over the defense, 2 copies of Whis' Coercion. This probably could be internal energy shift to be a better card, but Whis' Coercion is fine. I mean, it does the same thing, more reliable energy untap, and it's just a 1-mana quick negate. Sometimes you just need to get out of a double strike, and people are only really accounting for 4D magics and maybe a Childs for your like good negates, and that's what they're playing around. So just having a card that isn't in your opponent's calculation that can still give you that quick negate, super useful. Also, sometimes, like, if you force to tap your mana weird or you just messed up, like, this can help you fix your untaps before you go into a Zeno super combo pickup. 1 copy of Chill's Army Reinforcement. This is definitely a new addition to the deck from last time. I don't know if I'd play a second copy. I'm really glad I had the 1 copy. So this is really there because after we tap out on turn 2 to ramp to 3, we just tapped out, right? We're usually at, like, 7 life, but then that gives our opponent a chance to put us to 4 or below. So this lets us bypass 2 of those damage, especially once they set us to 5. 2 copies of Dirty Bear, still a respect card for SS4 Gogeta. It has value into like Gamma for their 9 drops, a bunch of tall decks, so it's nice still. 4 copies of Bean. If you notice, I still don't play any Floodgates in this deck, so Bean serves as one of my, well, that's not true. Defending Friends is my newest Floodgate, but I don't play any other Floodgates in the deck, any like costly Floodgates, so Bean functions as a smaller Floodgate, and it lets you combo out of attacks. A lot of people are trying to play around Floodgates right now. They have anti-Floodgate cards, they have Koitsukai, they're just punishing Floodgates, so this is a good way to just I'd have to deal with that. 4 copies of Beerus Destroys. Same thing about the Floodgate thing. It's an extra super combo, and you have so much spare energy after a while that you can just use to get out of attacks. Also helps you get out of early game attacks, especially if you pair it with like a Zeno super. Still playing Hatch. Stay and Destroy. I still think this is the correct SCR. I think the Goku is just too greedy. There's so many games where I reveal this off the Vegeta and like just picking it to my hand and then ramping one more won me the game. Whereas like if this was like the Goku, like maybe I just don't win the game. There's sometimes where I needed this on like turn 6. Gohan SCR is a thing. That hits you way too early. So like you need this just to shut off their turn. 2 copies of Gohan SGR. This would be 3 if we're in a red format, but right now in this blue format, this card's a lot harder to use. People are like only going in with like barrier cards. You'll catch a player now and then going in with a non-barrier battle card, and then this card is really useful. 2 copies of Baby Golden Avenger. So now that we're in a blue meta, in my opinion, like I thought this card was just so much better. Being able to hold up like Hatch plus Baby Avenger means you win the game if you're at 15 energy, right? Automatically. But more importantly, if you like push yourself to 6 or 7 energy, like in the Beerus mirror match or somebody else that plays the Vegeta, you can play your Vegeta to get to 5 energy, or like if you're at 6 energy, get to 10 energy, right? And then have your Boo untapped to keep 5 up for Golden Avenger, so your opponent can't resolve their Vegeta. And that's like game changing in the mirror match. If somebody ever loses a Vegeta to this card, the match totally changes on a dime. And then, of course, 1 copy of Turning the Tide. This card actually was horrible all day. I don't think I actually tapped 16 every single game that I played or won. Or was at 15 when I lost, the 2 games that I lost. That's not true. Yeah, actually, the 2 games I lost, all of them, I was at 15 or 16 energy. So, like, this never came up. The ability to, like, kill your opponent, it exists, but this is more useful in a faster meta. And even the fastest decks I played, like I played against Majin Vegeta, who was super aggro today. I like still charge this card because one, like it's never gonna come up, and or, like it wouldn't come up fast enough. And then like I needed the other cards in my hand. This card can't be comboed, so I probably will cut this in the future. It's nice to have as like an insurance, and like if you charge it, people start playing around it. But other than that, the card's like not great. I don't know what I would replace it with. Maybe another Gohan SGR or something like that. But it just didn't really do much today. Maybe the other defending friends, like it can just be the 4th defending friends. And then briefly we'll go into the Z deck. 2 Beerus to Aerial Annihilator. I use both of them almost every game. They're just too useful. They're also a sticky Z battle card for your defending friends card to have a Z battle card in play when you negate with it. That way you always like have a reliable avenue for your floodgate effect, and that's super relevant. 1 copy of Cell. I only used 1 all day. I never missed the second one. This is just not the deck for Cell. Like you can remove battle cards. Like any battle card Cell can remove effectively, so can your like Whis Z battle card, right? So you'd rather just do that because you get to ramp and remove it. So like this almost never came up. It came up once and I lost that match anyway. 1 Vegeta. This came up once and I lost that match. Same match with the Cell, and I lost that match because he was able to remove it with Smoky Dragon. This card's a lot worse with Smoky around, not gonna lie. Decks that can play Smoky can't get past this, but decks that don't play Smoky effectively, like it's a really good card to just play from your Z energy and have a blocker. Like especially if you're at 15 energy and you've already used Hatch, like this is a cool way to defend your life. 3 copies of Whis from on high. There were a couple times today where I wished I had the 4th copy, but it didn't it wouldn't have spelled out whether I won or lost. Honestly, it's just those are the games where I used this as my turn 3 play instead of Boo or Goku, just like it's a slower meta, right? So you can afford to just like ramp on those turns, give up another card to ramp. So that's not too bad. Also makes your transition to turn 4 much smoother because then you'll start turn 4 with at least 6 or 7 energy. I mean, you can just go right into Vegeta, right? And then, but like your hand gets super small if you take this line. So there's something to think about. It's only versus those really slow decks that can't pressure you very well, or don't crit you. And then the other card I really regret not playing, I just don't know where I would fit it, is like a copy of the Goku. The 2-drop Goku that like chops your opponent's hand down from down to 10. And that's strictly just because of like SS4 Gogeta. But like that alone doesn't warrant playing the card, but paired with defending friends, it's so strong versus that deck. Like you can pay 2 to develop a barrier Z card, right? And then on their first attack, you can negate with defending friends. And since you control a barrier Z battle card, like you're gonna be able to get the floodgate effect, and that just puts your opponent in a really tight spot. Especially if you focus all of your attacks, like otherwise, onto their unison, so that it just leaves them their leader swing. So like for decks that are playing against you, like if they start with their leader, they just go super neg for the rest of the turn. So I probably would fit the Goku over the Vegeta or something. It's hard to say. I mean, like I said, I used every single card. The Beeruses were just too relevant with the barrier removal. So it's either going to be the Cell or Vegito. I don't know. It's really tough. But I would fit one in. That was my whole deck profile today. I played against, it was 8-round tournament. Super fun. I played against Blue Baby. That was a smash. It's just because like we have an alternate win con. I played against SS3 Goku. Good player. We went for a while. We just kept like outbraining each other until he had to give in and use his Golden Avenger to push past my Floodgate. And at that point, like he ran out of Golden Avengers, and I was able to ramp. Um, Round 3, I played against Thomas Ballinger. I'm not sure what deck that was, but I played against Majin Vegeta today. I played against Gamma. I played against Yellow Sin. I played against SS4 Gogeta. I played against the Dende Wish Goku, and I know I'm missing somebody here. Oh, Android 16. And it was just so much blue today. My point for all this. So like, I think if you're gonna play competitively in this format, you have to find a way to make sure that you consistently beat blue, but don't just lose to like aggro, right? So it's hard to find that middle ground. But it's been super fun. We're obviously just testing for LCQ Worlds. These Zenkai Cup tournaments are super chill. They're super fun to play in. I strongly encourage everybody to go out there and get the experience. Even if you don't think like you're at a competitive level yet, like there's no better way to get on the competitive level than to just start competing, right? Because you'll find that you learn so much in your first tournament. Whether even if you got like absolutely destroyed all game, like for every single game, you'll have learned so many interactions. You'll have like found games outside of your current testing pool, which teaches you way more than you can ever imagine. So I strongly encourage everybody to go out there and continue playing. And whatever game you play, like if you play Digimon, One Piece, whatever, like go compete in those games. It's just super fun. You learn so much, and it's an experience like no others. Other than that, yeah, shout out to my teammate Robbie Rizzi. He won this event with Crimson. We've been working on that for a while, so he's crushing it. Jared Lopez, I think, placed right above me with Android 16. And I think Seraphim was just shy of top 16, unfortunately. But yeah, good hustle by everybody today. We're crushing it as a team. We were a small team, and we're still having a great time playing together. Really, really a bunch of good brains in that team. We got one person for each color. I think we're actually still looking for a green player, so small recruitment spiel right there. But other than that, love talking to you guys. Thanks for everybody who joined me on stream today. That makes these like online events so much better. Shout out to the Fort Walton Beach crew as always. TBS Comics, great locals to play at. If you're ever in town, swing by. And that's it, man. Catch you guys next time.